Hi guys, in this episode of the Nostalgia Trip, I am excited to finally be reacting to one of my favorite disaster movies ever, Dante's Peak. And I say one of my favorite disaster movies ever because if I haven't mentioned this before, disaster movies are a genre or subgenre, whatever you want to call it, of movies that I am a huge fan of. For me, disaster movies are kind of up there together with sci-fi and horror as my favorite genre. And that's why you're gonna see quite a lot of movies in these three genres going forward. Like so far, I've done a bunch of horror movie reactions, like House of Wax, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022, The Unborn. I've done at least one sci-fi movie in the form of Polar Storm, and this one is going to be the first disaster movie that I'm going to be covering on the channel, though definitely not the last one. There's quite a few that I haven't watched in a long time, and some that I have seen, but I have not really seen. I didn't really pay necessarily too much attention. So there are a bunch like that I'm going to be checking out in the future, and yeah, to me, this is one of my favorite disaster movies, but not necessarily because it's good. I think it is, but that's not why I love it. I just think it has one of the best visual effects. I think it's one of the most realistic looking and most convincing disaster movies ever. Because when I was a kid, and yeah, obviously it was 15 years ago, in the early 2000s, so there might be some nostalgia glasses that are kind of hiding that bad CGI, and maybe now that I'm getting into it, I might notice more of the bad CGI, but I remember it looking very convincing, even for the time, so I'm really excited to see how well this movie will have aged since then. But again, I say one of my favorite movies, not necessarily because it's good, because there's just something about this movie that always kind of prevented me from really falling in love with it. I don't know what it is about it. It's just that maybe it's the characters, maybe it's the performances, but something about it just bothered me. Maybe it's kind of the tone, but anyway, I do enjoy this movie quite a lot. It's not as big part as other movies have been, or other things that I've covered on the channel have been, of my childhood, but it was a movie that was very impactful, that I watched when I was a child, and definitely has impacted me emotionally, at least in one way, which I'm gonna get into once we get into that portion of the movie, which probably, if you guys have seen this movie, know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's a cool movie. I'm really excited to get into it because I haven't watched it in quite a long time. And honestly, yeah, that's kind of it. I love disaster movies. I can't wait to rewatch this one. So, before we get into the reaction though, and see how much I'm gonna be enjoying this movie, I do want to remind you that I would really appreciate it if you guys could help me out with my transition by donating to my Patreon or Ko-fi account, because for those of you who didn't know, I am trans. And by doing so, you also get access to the full-length version of this reaction, as well as all of the reactions that I do on the channel, which includes cartoons, short live-action TV series, long live-action TV series, anime series, and movie full-length reactions. Alternatively, you can also just stick with the YouTube version and simply like the video, but it is greatly appreciated if you do make the extra step of supporting me. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, we need to be getting into this movie, and seeing that it's 1 hour and 48 minutes, it's gonna be a little bit of a pain in my ass to edit this movie, and I'm not really a big fan of editing movies, especially if they're more than 1 hour and hour and a half long, but hopefully it's not gonna make me want to kill myself. But I'm not splitting this one into several videos like what I did with The Curse of King Tut's Tomb. Which, by the way, I just want to mention, I'm a little disappointed in you guys for not really showing up for that one. I really worked hard. I went out of my way to split the reaction into 3 videos so I can keep as much as I could from that one. and you guys didn't really show up for it. And the reason why it bothers me is because it was the movie that you guys wanted to see the most out of the ones that I suggested. I did a poll and you guys answered that you wanted to see that one. So where the hell were you? But yeah, soon I will be doing another poll, although by the time you see this video, the poll has probably been up for quite a while. So forget about that anyway. So without further ado, I guess we should just start getting into the reaction. In 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna try to judge this movie by the standards of 1997, which is the year it's released in. And I feel like by those standards, it's definitely a good fucking movie. Oh my god. Why the hell did that actually jump scare me? Also, one thing that I definitely like about this movie, the goddamn soundtrack. I still remember it to this day. Why the fuck is Freddy Krueger over here? What the hell? Is this supposed to be still the credits, or is this already like a flashback or something? What year is this footage set in? I don't understand the way people are dressed. It looks like the fucking early 20th century or some shit. Man, I've forgotten how young Pierce Brosnan used to be. Because I'm pretty sure this is the first movie and probably only movie in which I saw him in when I was young. Very young, I mean. When I was a kid. And I've most recently seen him in the Black Adam movie. Probably one of the best parts of it. What are you even covered in? Man, I feel like they're really overdoing the whole volcano spectacle. I don't think this is quite how it would look like. I know it's a disaster movie and all, but still. Like, they have to have some spectacle, but still. I want it to be realistic. Relatively. At least believable. Did she get hit by a fucking rock from the volcano? What are the chances of that? I mean, come on. Of all the things she could have died from.
Come on, Harry, I know you're there. We're picking up something in the Northern Cascades. I need your opinion on it. Well, listen, get down here.
Not really that good of a form for those push-ups, gotta say. You're not really going quite as far down as you should be. I've got a lot of shit for doing push-ups like that in PE class.
Paul, there's something going on in the Northern Cascades.
You can't leave work alone, can you?
Harry, going on vacation isn't gonna kill you.
You know, I've never really thought about where Dante's Peak is located in this movie. The Northern Cascades, I think it means that it's gotta be
Sorry I had to drag you like this, Harry, but we are picking up
somewhere near the Pacific Northwest or Northwest Pacific part of the USA.
Yeah, what do you think the odds are against an eruption out there? 1,000 to 1?
More like 10,000 to 1. What's the depth?
10 to 20 kilometers.
That really reminds me of pictures I've seen of St. Helens. Honestly, I don't know why are cities built beside volcanoes? Like, that's just a bad idea. It's bad planning. Also, very topical time for me to be watching this movie with what has been happening the last 3 years around the world. I wouldn't be surprised if a big volcano eruption happens in the USA this year. Honestly, I can't tell whether I think the CGI is convincing or not. Because I kind of like how it looked, that mountain shot.
Any idea where I might find Mayor Wanda?
Oh, she should be right around the corner accepting some award. Dante's Peak was just named the best, well, the second best place to live in the United States. Population under 20,000.
Good for you. What was number one?
I don't know, some piece of crap town out in Montana. Who cares?
I'll be seeing you.
Okay.
Let's go, Ronnie.
Ah, that's sick. Yeah, it's a minor part of this movie, but I really like the moments where one of her son like is having fun jumping in the water. I don't know if this was like a big part of my love for like swimming and jumping off of places into a river and swimming and stuff. But I definitely remember liking that about this movie.
Introduce the mayor of Dante's Peak, Rachel Wanda. About time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a very special day in Dante's Peak.
So far, I like how this movie is setting up stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really hot.
I think that's why they call it Torrance Hot.
Man, even disaster movies didn't survive naked young people dying in horrifying ways.
Yes. Well, maybe we should move here.
I don't
This is a very 90s trope.
actually.
How was that?
And this is definitely a reason why I'll never go in a natural hot spring. I know the chances of dying like that are close to zero. Still not doing it.
I'm sorry, you are?
Harry Dalton.
Oh, from Portland. Yes, your boss called and said that you were just have to make a quick stop.
Sure, it's okay.
So, do you have any kids?
No, I don't.
You're lucky. Right, Mom?
Oh no, honey. Sometimes having kids is just wonderful, and sometimes.
Graham? He's in a lot of trouble.
I love that kid.
Yes, I think he is.
Want to see? It looks like black licorice.
Can I see it? You know what this is?
This is a smoky quartz crystal, and I had one just like it when I was your age. Very lucky.
You know about this stuff?
I mean, that's his job, I'm pretty
Dr.
sure.
Dalton's a geologist.
Volcanologist, actually.
There's some beautiful landscape in this place. Again, it's admittedly kind of hard to tell what's CGI and what's real.
Beautiful.
It is.
Harry Dalton, United States Geological Survey. Just up here to check on your mountain, that's all.
Gee, people came up here right after Mount St. Helens went nuts.
Yep.
There's nothing going on then. There's nothing going on here now.
Yes, well,
We need to take Dr. Dalton up to the high
I'm pretty sure there was something going on there, you know?
Well, why don't we all go?
The whole mountain fucking collapsed.
Way back? How about it?
I wish instead of that happening back then, it happened in this day and age, because the footage of that would have been so fucking good and so cool to see.
Come on, girl, come on.
Because right now, all we have is just a bunch of pictures turned into a video.
we'll take these pH readings and check them against the ones that we did about 15 years ago.
Where? From here?
Uh-huh, Mount St. Helens. Those trees over there. Any idea when they died?
No. Maybe from the winter storms. Why? Think we got a problem?
Funny about that, because pretty much all of the fucking trees,
Just false alarms.
like those kind of trees around my town are dead.
Moving up on that,
Like all of them are dead. Should I be worried about a volcano propping up where I live? Because they look exactly like that and they've fallen everywhere. It's become kind of a major issue everywhere.
Guys, be careful!
Yeah, that does not look like a 20,000 people town. That looks about as big as my town. And yet my town has only 2,000 people, and that's on paper.
The man who stares at a rock must have a lot on his mind. Or nothing.
Well, these old rocks here give us some idea of when this area was last active.
Yeah? When was that?
About 7,000 years ago. Was it small? Beautiful. Take it easy now, okay?
Don't touch it.
Yeah.
Let me know. Stop.
Oh yeah, the dog. Of course, you can't have a dog. You can't not have a dog in these kind of movies. You gotta bring up the tension somehow because we don't give a shit about the characters.
Squirrel epidemic.
But it's easy to care about a dog.
Dropping like that all over the mountain.
That's not a good sign.
It stinks. Lauren, get out of the way. Watch me, Mom.
That is such a kid thing to do. That is a good scream.
Well, I think we should monitor the entire area. Get the whole shooting match in here.
Man, I wonder what is the rating of this movie, because I feel like that naked ass and the blood on the bodies would not be allowed without an R rating nowadays. It should be, but it wouldn't
You
be.
sent me up here to check. I'm doing that. I think attention should be paid.
You guys okay?
Yeah, Mom. I love you. Love you, Mom.
They're just a little traumatized.
I don't think I'll be too late, Ruth.
Bye.
What's going on here, Harry?
I don't know.
How big of a problem do you think we have?
Well, it's too early to tell yet. But I think you should call a city council meeting.
I thought this was supposed to be an extinct volcano.
Not extinct, just
Dormant.
as in sleeping. Your volcano might just be waking up.
Mr. Dalton, you're talking about the evacuation of 7,400 people. You don't think that's a little extreme?
All I'm talking about is that you consider alerting the town to the possibility of an evacuation.
What Mr. Dalton here doesn't realize is that if Elliot Blair gets the idea that there's some kind of problem here, he's going to take his $18 million, his $800,000...
Is everything in America about money? I mean, why am I even asking? I know the answer, yes. But this bullshit has to stop at some point.
Very long day. Let's try to treat each other nicely. Norman, why don't you pull out the town's emergency evacuation plans? We should at least have
I swear, again, if a movie like this was made today, it would be called political. Because this brings me exactly to the recent event that happened in Ohio.
Look at this nice little town. Nestle awesome up and cozy right against the mountain.
Damn!
Just like Pompeii.
Come on, let's unpack her.
That's a good fucking view. I get why this town was built under this volcano. It just looks too pretty to resist.
Yeah, he's over at the city council chambers. He and the mayor called a meeting.
So when is this mountain likely to blow up?
I wish that predicting volcanic eruptions were an exact science. Unfortunately, we
Oh,
don't have the work.
perfect. So we put the town on notice, and then nothing happens. People, we're not the only town in this state.
Right. So
And you want to risk the lives of the people?
I sent you up here to have a look around, not to scare the hell out of the city council.
Yeah, I know, Paul, but 2 people are dead. Recommending an alert seemed the only responsible thing to do.
Yes.
You know there are dozens of reasons to account for what happened up those hot springs. Anything from a mild earthquake to a slight seismic shift, and not one of those reasons, not one of them means that the mountain's going to blow up next week.
That's not what he's saying though. He didn't say that. He just said, be careful, there's a slight possibility.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am sure
Better safe than sorry, for crying out loud. But no, God forbid we lose a few fucking bucks.
Bitter experience that back in 1980, I would have bet you $1 million that Mammoth Mountain was about to go up. And we at the USGS began to talk about the possibility of putting that town on alert. Now, thank God, the mountain didn't go up, but the damage had already been done. See, the word leaked out that the USGS had expressed concern, and so the tourists panicked and they stayed away, and the real estate values plummeted.
Oh, fuck you.
Consequently, I'm now a lot more cautious. We are going to be camped out here for as long as it takes, with seismometers and tilt meters that are going to measure and monitor every little hiccup that the mountain makes. We'll be bouncing laser beams off it to track any changes in size. We'll be analyzing gas emissions. Hell, we've even got a little robot that's going to take a stroll up there and take the darn thing's temperature. If the time comes to call for an alert, if the time comes, it will be based upon scientific evidence.
And
not upon
monetary reasons.
anyone's opinion.
For God's sake, Rachel, this
Fuck you.
thing
Just
should have
fuck
handled
you.
Much more discreetly. This meeting never should have been called.
Harry,
Mr. Blair.
Fuck you. He literally said, facts don't care about your feelings. But it's the complete opposite. It's a fact that this volcano is gonna erupt. But because money is more important,
how about a nice adult beverage?
Excellent.
Good.
man, to this day I still remember the faces of these characters. This is how memorable this movie is. I honestly remember the whole movie basically. But I haven't watched it in English, I've only watched it dubbed.
I'm the best man you got.
You are the best man I've got. But until you can get it in your head that there are politics involved in a situation like this, delicate politics, not to mention economics, you're only going to do these people more harm than good.
So you like to play politics with people's lives? I really like this guy's Jeep. Especially the snorkel. It's my dream, a little bit, to get a car, like a Jeep like that has a snorkel.
I heard you left town last night.
Yeah, so I decided to stay. See what new trouble I can get myself into. So, what's good here?
Everything's good here.
Suppose I had that coming for screwing up your re-election chances, eh? I've always been better at figuring out volcanoes than people in politics. Anyway,
And that's the good thing. That's a good thing. Fuck politics, man. I hate politics and politicians. They will be the death of humanity. They will be the reason why humanity destroys itself. They are our great filter.
To say thank you.
thanking me for what?
For saving Graham's life. And for caring.
Today.
Here we go again with the soundtrack. I wonder where they shot that. And also, how the hell did they shoot that? There must have been 2 helicopters.
If I fly during my lunch break, I get overtime. Just do it.
Oh yeah, I remember now, the helicopter guy. God, I hate him so much.
Okay, what you got back there? How's it looking?
Minimal sulfur dioxide emissions. There's nothing to worry about. We're green across the board. Harry, there's nothing to indicate there's any kind of activity down here. Just quiet.
Too quiet. God, look at that though. I wonder if that's what's shot like at an actual volcano, because it looks so fucking awesome.
Looks like a squish toy.
Appendix to me.
Me. Well,
Am I the only one who has an urge to eat Dominoes? Like every time I see one, I kind of always want to eat them. Why has nobody made fucking chocolate in the shape of dominoes?
It's magic.
Am I the only who came up with this idea? Oh yeah, I know this magic trick. It's so obvious how he does it now as well.
Couldn't imagine living anywhere else. I grew up here. I went to school here.
You know, I'm really weird about this. I used to want to move out and move to even a different country. Then I moved for like a couple of months, and then all I wanted was to come back here.
Well, try 6 years.
And now again, I want to move away, but because my conviction right now is that I don't want all my life to be spent in this place. Like, especially once my grandparents or parents even pass away, it's just gonna hurt me bringing back all those memories. So I kind of just want to move on with my life. That's why I want to move out now and move away. Whereas before, I wanted to move away just because that was the thing to do in a way. Go to like a bigger city.
You ever come close?
Once.
Yes. Once.
Touchy subject.
Very.
Her name was Marion. We worked together. She loved volcanoes. Fascinated by them. Loved the life. 4 years ago, a volcano erupted in Colombia. Marion and I thought we had enough time to get out.
Oh, it was Colombia.
Unfortunately,
Well, I guess it makes sense a little bit more now why people look the way they did. I still feel like they look a little bit too poor, though. I mean, it was 1993,
if she doesn't run St. Helens.
but still.
Hi, Harry. Hello.
She's very charming in this role, I gotta say.
Good morning. Hi. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. How are you? Everyone, this is Rachel Wando, mayor of the town.
Hi.
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 I thought maybe you guys could use some coffee and not knowing what you like. I brought cappuccinos all around, except for regular for you. Is that right?
Oh, that's perfect. Thank you very much.
Nice woman, that Rachel. Best looking mayor I've ever seen.
She's got my vote.
Mm-hmm.
Is this guy from fucking Rush Hour? The Asian dude?
Okay, Harry.
Because I swear he's like the
Bingo.
consul of like Hong Kong in the Rush Hour trilogy.
So how was dinner last night, Harry?
Harry, why don't you just give it a break and stop trying to fix me up, eh?
Whoa, 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 whoa. I have great taste in women. When have I ever steered you wrong?
What about Astrid?
What about Astrid? I thought the two of you would have a lot in common. She said she was into rocks.
Crystals, Terry. Crystals. Not rocks. Crystals.
Yeah.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. There you go.
It's coffee time. Coffee, 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 coffee. Cappuccino. Yes.
Hello, you. Decaf, non-fat, no sugar. Macchiato.
Thank you.
Double espresso.
Here. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much.
So how's it looking?
We've been recording between 25 and 75 earthquakes per day.
You're kidding.
Don't worry, they're microquakes. They happen all the time.
Well, this little puppy's called Spider Legs. She goes in when it's too dangerous for us.
Turn around.
Just be sure to put the damn thing back on before NASA finds out.
Okay, our little secret.
That's a crazy shot. I swear, shit like this would be done with CGI in this day and age. And maybe this was done with CGI and I just don't know it. But look how much better it is when it's actually practical.
I want to have a look at the lava dome. Harry's masterpiece is a piece of junk. Show me the leg that isn't working.
Houston, we have a problem.
Can't you just fix it with before sending it there?
Goddamn thing. I think I'm gonna go down there and give it the personal touch.
Damn, the view is awesome from up there, though.
Here we go again. Real easy, okay?
Easy.
Easy!
I don't think this is a very smart idea. You all right?
No shit!
Harry, why don't we, just forget spider legs for now and you get your backside back up here, okay?
He's already going down. He might as well just get to it. He's halfway there as well.
It's Terry's answer to everything. Kick it if it doesn't work.
Get your ass back up now.
Now that's hell of a Chekhov's gun. Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good.
Oh, something's going on. There's some seismic activity.
Here we go. What do you think, Stan?
They're minor quakes, but they're raining it all.
Maybe I'll tell him to call it a day.
Harry. Oh, I didn't get you. Say it again.
Whoa! Jesus.
Terry, can you hear us? Terry!
Paul, come in.
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, Terry's down. He's got a broken leg by the looks of it here.
Jeez.
We need to chop it down here really fast.
Come on. Come on, Isabel, come on. What? Oh, look. All right, hang on a second, okay? Paul, the son of a bitch father wants to renegotiate his rates.
Just give him whatever he wants.
That's some bullshit. What a selfish bastard. Man, I really miss the time when movies had these kind of like minor asshole antagonists. They just don't make movies like they used to, man. I really love this practical stunt that they're doing. It's so clearly like, on some level it's practical. Like, this shit would be done with CGI in this day and age, and that's fucking sad. Like, again, the actors don't have to be as much in danger. That's fine. But I feel like you could do it without risking their lives and without sacrificing good visuals, you know?
Minor tectonic quakes. The biggest one we measured was 2.9.
I don't give a damn if it was a one. Those quakes were shallow, oh damn shallow. I was up there, I felt.
Harry, you
And
do
they
it.
weren't tectonic, they were magmatic. This thing is gonna blow.
Harry, I'm warning you. I'm not going to have one of my people scaring the hell out of everybody because of guesswork and hunches. Another 48 hours will tell the tale. You get ready.
In 48 hours it might be a little bit too late.